Hello everybody. Today I'm doing some refurbishing work on this Rotary Plow gearbox for a Gravely walk-behind garden tractor. Now I'm actually not going to use this for Rotary Plow. I'm going to use this gearbox for the Unicorn log splitter attachment I picked up last year. You can see more information on that particular attachment on last year's video on my 812 riding tractor. But anyway, you can see I've got it cleaned up. I've got it mostly repainted. A little more cosmetic work left to do on it. Mechanically, the gears, the bearings, everything seems fine on it. So I don't think I have to do any work there. But what I do need to do today is I need to make a gasket so that I can start bolting this thing back together. And thankfully, this gasket that goes here, it's not like an exhaust manifold gasket or a head gasket where you've got, some special high temp, high pressure material you've got to use. This thing just keeps oil from leaking out. So just a thin, cardboard, non-corrugated cardboard gasket material worked just fine. And this is something you can do at your home. So I figured I'd drop a quick video and show you how this is done. There's not a lot of tools you're going to need for this. You're going to need a ball peen hammer, a pair of scissors. This one isn't necessary, but I do like to use a hollow punch just to punch out the bolt holes. I mean, you can use a drill bit or anything else to make those holes too. And then you're just going to need some gasket material. And for this, I've just got a piece of thin cardboard material from a cereal box. You can use a cereal box. You can use, a thing from a case of soda, anything like that. Just a thin piece of cardboard will work just fine. So come along and I will show you how easy this is to do. So this gasket's going to have to go on here. So we're going to need to cut a hole this size into the center of our gasket material to allow this collar here to fit through it. And then I think the best way to cut is going to be to cut the outside of the gasket even with this flange, so we don't have extra gasket material hanging out on here. So let's go ahead and let's cut that inner hole first. The way this works is we're going to take our gasket material, we're going to set it on the top, kind of hold it down tight, and we're going to tap the ball peen hammer around this lip. And we're going to let the tapping of the ball peen hammer lightly on the sharp edge of this casting cut this hole out in the gasket. And we're just going to start. There's our edge. And as we tap lightly around this edge, you can see this line forming. That's the cut in the cardboard. And just take your time. Don't hit it too hard. Don't be in a hurry. There it is. So we've got the center hole cut out. We can go ahead and move this out of the way. And let's bring the this portion in. And now we're going to do the same thing here. You can see this slides right over this collar, fits it nice and tight. We're going to hold it tight, and now we're going to tap around this outer edge, and we're going to make the outside cut on the gasket. Same thing as before, just tap it light, take your time. there you go. So now we have the inside and the outside of the gasket cut out. The only thing left to do is to mark the bolt holes and punch those out. Now we can mark the bolt holes by holding the gasket up to the flange and like putting a pencil mark on the back side, but then we don't know if we're going to get them exactly perfect when we go to punch them out. The easiest way to mark them, I think, is lay the gasket on the flange and just tap on those bolt holes real lightly, and you'll see a cut starting to form on that gasket. If you've got, if you're doing this on something that's kind of large and you can get all the way to the inside of those bolt holes, you just tap them out this way. It's the easiest way to do it. But that's just not going to be possible on this because of this collar. So we're going to mark them as best we can. And we're going to very carefully take this gasket off. And then I am going to use my center punch, or my hollow punch, I'm sorry. I'm going to use the hollow punch to finish these holes off. Okay, we've got our gasket. You can see our holes are almost completely punched out. And I'm just going to take the center punch, line them up on the holes as they are, and just finish them off this way. Now that we have our gasket finished, you can just slide it right on there. And we can put this back together and bolt it all down nice and even like. That's really all there is to fabricating your own homemade cardboard gaskets. Hopefully this video will save you a little bit of time and money on your projects. Thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on another episode.